The Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development says learning materials are ready, but as Enock Sikolia reports, the government is not out of the woods yet as it has no legal policy to support the rollout.
The 844 system that is being phased out was deemed too academic and examination-oriented and did not equip learners with adequate entrepreneurial skills for self-reliance. And despite glaring challenges, the government is determined to have 844 replaced with a competence-based curriculum by 2027. The government has released a roadmap for the rollout of the new curriculum as schools open next week. But experts have already spotted a roadblock. They say the move does not have a legal backing and is bound to attract litigation.
We're opening up room for a lot of confrontation when unions now decide to call for strikes, and now the whole thing just gets into a mess.
In a government strategy seen by Citizen TV, the CS for Education Amina Mohamed was expected to present to the clerk of the National Assembly a sessional paper on the system on the 27th of December 2018 for approval. But there is a slight challenge here. Parliament is on recess and will resume in February 2019.
You cannot expect that you would have kept the process in dilemma for a whole year and expect that you can perform miracles in 3 weeks. That is why we are having all these kind of challenges.
For Parliament to approve the ministry's sessional paper, then a special sitting of the National Assembly has to be triggered. It's not long since legislators' vacations were cut short by a special sitting to approve Twalib Mubarak as the new CEO of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Experts are questioning why the government took long to come up with a legal document to back the rolling out of the new education system.
You cannot implement reforms without a policy document, and this sessional paper should have been presented. Public participation takes place so that you have, stakeholders give you feedback on it, and based on the feedback, you're able to present a document that is acceptable before Parliament.
The seminal policy document recommends early identification and nurturing of talent, imparting of entrepreneurial skills, introduction of 3 learning pathways at the senior school level, and the integration of national values and cohesion into the curriculum. The government wants a curriculum that is relevant to the dictates of Vision 2030. The competence-based curriculum will henceforth lay its foundation on technology, innovation and entrepreneurship, talent development and the need for schooling to be more closely related to the world of work. The recommendations will see the ministry spend heavily on the provision of ICT facilities across the education sector. In the sessional paper, the government is recommending a raft of changes in the management of assessments and examinations. According to the government, the current summative assessment conducted at the end of primary and secondary cycle does not adequately measure learners' abilities, while the school-based continuous assessment is not standardized. And so it has developed a strategy to reverse this. In its plan, the government is proposing the structuring of the Kenya National Examinations Council, NEC, develop standardized competence-based assessment tests, CATs, and introduce regular cumulative assessment using CATs as opposed to the current situation where learners are only assessed at the end of primary or secondary level. The Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, KICD, has clarified that it has approved learning materials for pre-primary and early years education from grades 1 to 3. Enock Sikolia, Citizen TV.